What's up everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is Jeffrey from PSR Parts and today we got an XPENG P7 in a workshop for lowering springs and a new set of wheels. The lowering springs have been developed by Cobra Suspension, so this car has been in this workshop before and we have developed the lowering springs together with them so we can make sure that we have a product that fits this car 100% perfectly. This car has been in a workshop before, like I said. We brought the car to Cobra Suspension so they could do the measurements, which means the measurements has already been done. They developed the prototype and today we'll be installing the prototype on this car. And the prototypes will lower the car probably about 30-35 mil. That's something that we of course will only see after we have installed the springs. And the car will also receive a Dutch forged 20-inch wheel set in gloss black, which will of course make it look much better. The car is currently on 18-inch wheels, which are supplied by the factory, but we have made a design that looks a bit sportier, still very classy. Our own design by Dutch forged wheels, looks amazing and has been designed specifically for this car. Which means we have chosen the offsets to match this car, we've chosen tire size to match this car, and we've chosen the wheel size to match this car. So every product that we'll be installing today will be 100% developed on this specification. This is the rear-wheel drive version with conventional coil springs. There are of course other specifications available, but those will be developed later. To make sure that this car rides properly, we have chosen a comfortable setup, which means the car will still remain comfortable for daily driving. And even with the 20-inch tires, this car should ride just as comfortable as original, and that's the goal with this lowering kit. So the springs have been developed by Cobra Suspension, which is a Dutch brand, not far away from here. That is why we can do these kind of projects together with them. They develop the springs, we bring the projects in, so they can develop their springs based on these cars that we bring to them. Which means the product is 100% Dutch made in a factory here nearby. So the springs will be installed today. We will see what the results are, and afterwards, once the car is back, we can test drive it on the 18-inch wheels, and then afterwards we'll install the 20-inch wheels to see the difference in comfort. Like we said, we expect the difference to be minimal because the spring rates are similar to the original ones, which means we can keep the car comfortable but still look a lot better than what they do originally. The wheel gap on this car is just insanely bad, and with 30 mil the car will just look that much sportier and not too much comfort will be lost. So why does this car need lowering? Check out this wheel gap. Isn't it insane? This car is desperately in need of some lowering springs. Also, these are the standard 18-inch wheels, which are fine for daily use, but if you want something more sporty, we got you sorted. We got the Dutch forged wheels ready to be installed. So we'll take off the original wheels and install the aftermarket wheels once we got the lowering springs installed. So these are the wheels that we will be installing on the XPENG P7. They are made from forged aluminium. So one piece forged, our own design, in gloss black. Once we got the tires fitted, we will be installing the wheels on the car. We have chosen for the 245/40/20, which is the original size that has been used on these cars. We have also chosen an offset that fits this car and will fit the wheel wells pretty well. So let's get going. We will bring the car to Cobra Suspension and then install the springs and the wheels and show the results later. So here we are, the car is back in a workshop. We are now installing the new wheels. You can see the springs over here. They are a progressive design, so they are comfortable and sporty at the same time. Walk to the back and show you how the back looks. Wheels also look amazing. Cannot wait to see how it looks when it's back on the floor. We can show them here. These are the lowering springs, also progressive design on the back. The car rides really well on the original wheels, so we are really curious to see how it rides on the new 20-inch Dutch forged wheels. Well, let's put the wheels on and see how it rides afterwards. the car is on the ground, the car has been lowered by 30-35 mil, but the wheels, that makes it so much better. Together with the lowering, we'll get in the car, take it for a test drive and see how it rides with the 20-inch wheels. We know how it does on the 18-inch wheels. The car got a little bit sportier, but nonetheless still very comfortable. And now, yeah, let's see how this rides. So here we are. We will now take the car for a test drive out of our garage and see how it rides on the new wheels. So here we are now driving on the streets with the XPENG P7, the rear-wheel drive version. The car is lowered on Cobra Suspension 30mm springs and it feels still super comfortable. The car feels much more stable now. With the original suspension, the car was actually too comfortable, and with this setup, the car actually feels much better. Still very comfortable, so I think the customer will be very happy with this setup because the car still rides very well. And that was what we were after when we developed this lowering kit together with Cobra Suspension. The customer didn't want a crashy ride, so this is what we were trying to achieve. Because springs are progressive, they are designed to be progressive, so they are comfortable and sporty at the same time. And they are designed according to the TOV standards that require the springs to be a certain length. And that is of course very important because while we all want our car to ride better, drive better, the most important part is of course to have a car that drives safely. So what makes Cobra Suspension different from other brands? Well, Cobra Suspension is a brand that focuses on comfort, and with this car, with this lowering kit, they've achieved that yet again. With this lowering kit, the car still feels very compliant. It doesn't feel much worse than before. Actually, it's, in my mind, almost just as comfortable, and the handling has been improved as well. That makes it a very great daily driver, and with those lowering springs, you can make the car look much better, but still have a decent amount of comfort, and that is what we are always after when we supply springs to a customer. When a customer asks us for a certain brand, we always recommend to have a lowering spring kit that is also daily drivable. Because, of course, everyone can make a car go crashy and all that stuff, you know, but that's not what we are after. We are after a car that's compliant, that's comfortable, drivable in daily conditions. Drivable in daily conditions without being too much of a compromise. Of course, when you lower a car, there's always something that you have to keep in mind, that the comfort will be different, but we want it to remain as close as the original suspension as possible. So what is the conclusion then? I think this is an amazing kit if you have an XPENG P7. Right now there's not much in the market, so this is one of the first lowering springs available for this car, and I think it is a great option to lower your car with. We are not sure when this kit will be available, but probably in a few weeks time. So Cobra Suspension will finalize the development and then yeah, bring the springs to the market so we can install them for you or supply them to you. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.